Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. This is how I am fueled this morning, by coffee and creativity. If you like this mug, go to stampersdelightshop.com, where you can find this mug and other stamping apparel. Hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, especially if it's your first time watching me. So a couple of reminders first. Donna Gray and I have the Basics of Card Making monthly class going on. All the links will be below when I'm done with the live. Also, we have the online workshop, scrapbooking workshop, which is in July, and you can sign up for that now. You get 12 two-page layouts, one for each month, and everything is shipped to you. Pieces are all cut. You're going to go on to the Facebook page and put together that whole workshop. Again, more information are on the links below, or will be. I have my monthly white on white with a pop of color class going on. You can still sign up for that. That is a subscription plan. This month, I have a monthly if you just want to try it out. After this month, it will be a subscription plan, which means you sign up each month through PayPal. And each month, I'll tell you ahead of time what sets we're using, so you can order those through me, or maybe you want to use whatever's in your stash. Again, all the links will be below. Good morning, Lori. Whoop, that picture did not come up. Not sure why. Okay, my July, let's go back to this. Let's see if I can get that back on. There it is. My July online class is with the extraordinary Flora. And of course, these are just samples. You will be making 6 different cards. Well, 3 cards, 2 of each design. So you can start signing up for that now. Also, we have the 50% off sweet sale. All sweets and sweets products are 50% off. Here's a small snapshot of them. So let me explain that, because it's been confusing. Good morning, Dawn. So if you buy a whole sweet, the second sweet is half price. Of course, you're paying half price for the lower sweet. So if one sweet's $90 and one is $80, you're going to be paying half price for the $80 one. Now, if you purchase a sweet and then you add on the extra designer series paper, let's say you want an extra pack of that, that is what's going to be half price. So it's always the lesser item. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just, shoot me off an email. Good morning, Zana. Good morning, Mary Jo. Okay, so we are going to get started. Again, all the links will be below. You can email me or message me at any time with any questions. Okay, I'm going to flip this camera. Good morning, Jill and Ann. So today I'm going to be using the ConeFlower Celebrations. ConeFlower. I want to call it cornflower. I don't know. ConeFlower Celebration set. And this is amazing. This is a great set, I'll tell you. I know I say that about all of them, but I also wanted to mention that this punch, the 1 7/8 circle punch, is now back in stock. So you can order the bundle now, or if you just want the punch, you can order the punch. So again, it's back in stock as of right now. I just ordered 2 of them because I like my punches. And that's on page 82 for the coneflower and 83 for the circle punch. Okay, so we are going to get started with a really cute idea here for a fun fold. I am going to bring in a piece of my, and don't worry, I've got lots of different samples to show you. I'm going to bring in a 1/4 sheet here of my strawberry slush. I'll use that one. I'm then going to use a piece of, let's see, this is our new, I'm trying to grab the name here. Well, I just ripped that paper. The Irresistible Designs 12 by 12. Now this is embossed. See how it's embossed? And you can actually color those. And I have a video on that I will release this week. I'm going to take this one right here, And that looks like leaves. And I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. You've seen so many amazing projects with this, I'm sure. I hope you'll like this one. So that's 4, and we're going to do 5 1/4. So that's going to layer right up on there. I'm then going to bring in a piece of white. Put that over here. Oh, I should have showed you this. Here is the stamp set. And then the dies. Now, I want this die right here for now. That's how I keep mine. I take them out of that plastic case and I keep them right with the stamp set. And I'm going to lay this down just like that. And I'm going to run that through my embossing machine. My die cutting and embossing machine. While I was doing this, I came across something interesting. I'll show you that in a minute. Hi, Tina. Happy Friday. Hi, Roberta. Over here for now. And I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to fold that. Okay, let's just give it a good burnishing here. Now, when I was playing with this, this is what your piece of cardstock looks like. Does anybody else see a butterfly template here? I mean, I do. I definitely have to play with this because now I see a butterfly here. And I can make some great cards with this, or I can use that as a template. Okay, first we're going to bring this in. I'm sitting here thinking, and I am going to stamp the inside of this. And I'm using my strawberry slush. I'm going to fold that in half. Now, I've already colored these in with my blends. So I have 2 of these. I'm going to snip that off. And I'll explain that in 1 second. Yeah, you do, right? I'm just going to cut that right off here. Trim that just a little bit. So what I did was I took a piece of white. We'll bring that piece back in. I'm just going to show you this. And I took this stamp and I stamped 2 of these. And then what you do with that die, well, let's just do it. I'll show you. Show you how I did this. You can take this and try to line it up. But they're different, you know, when you fold it, they're the same. But when you have it this way, the edges aren't quite the same, if that makes sense. So what I did was I just eyeballed it. Took that, stamped it here, lined it up, and then cut it out. And then I had this one, and I just stamped over it, and I got 2 of these. Okay, we might use that for something else. Yeah, I know, you see a butterfly, right? Okay, so I am going to take this one first. And there's some white showing, but it's okay. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take some dimensionals here. You don't want to stamp that one because the dimension, the blends will show through. And I grab my Take Your Pick tool. Hi, Joan. I'll layer that one right on top of there. I'm going to take this one, and before I put it on there, I'm going to take some blends. No, I think I'll do it a different way. I'm going to leave that. Like I said, I got some other samples to show you. close this up because I will get my fingers in it. And I'm going to layer that one right on top of it. Really a dimensional. Look at that. Really dimensional. Okay, I'm going to bring in a piece of pecan pie and another die from there, which is more of an intricate die. And I'm going to cut one of those out. This is probably the easiest, quickest fun fold you'll ever use. Because you see where I'm going with it. You've already got your fun fold, right? Okay, we're going to take that out. And then you can color that. I have one colored, but I'm going to use the die instead. And put that right up there. And again, I'm going to really make this a 3D card. It'll probably get smashed a little bit in the mail, but look at the dimensions of that. I'm going to bring in this piece, and I'm going to add that right there. Just gluing the back. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. You can use your liquid glue or whatever adhesive you want. And I'm going to add that right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring in this piece and some of these other dies here for the leaves. So we have these two. Okay, for this is going to be the stem. So here I have a stem. I'm going to bring in a piece of white. Let's see, do I have like a scrap white here that I could use? Yeah, I have a couple pieces of scrap white. Okay, so I'll use that one first. Thank you, Georgia. Good morning. Good morning, Georgia. Good morning, Deb. And of course, I should be using my stamp mat, but of course I'm not. I find that I don't really need it sometimes with the glass mat. Love, love, love my glass mat. I'm going to bring in some blends. These are my Mossy Meadow. I'm using the nubby end, and I'm just going to add some dark lines here. And again, I'm using the nubby end here, and I'm just going to color that up. So when you get a bundle, you have the intricate dies that you can cut these out with. And then, of course, you can stamp and cut them out, too. You can mix and match. That's what I love about this. I'm going to take this die. I'm going to put it in my die cutting machine. I'm going to do a couple of things here. So I'm going to bring that in. I've got my Post-it note tape. Put one down there. I get the Post-it note tape on Amazon. I'll put that right there. I'm going to bring in some colors here. Okay, let's see. I have Old Olive. See if I can fit both of these on there. Okay, I'm just going to do those for now because I'll mess it up if I try anything else. I'm going to cut those all out. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Karen. Oh, I got team members on. Don't forget, I'd love to have you join my team and the Stampin' Up! Community. Just go to stampersdelight.com and click Join the Fun. All right, we're going to pop that one out. put that over there for now. I've got this little piece of mossy meadow. I don't know that I can get both of those in there. Let's see if I have another mossy meadow. I don't know that well, let's try. Oh, I can. If I'm real careful, I can get both of those on there. I don't want them to overlap, but I want that darker image. Can I do it? Do you think I can do it? Good morning, Gloria. I did it. Okay, let's move that out of the way again. Bring this in. Such a fun set. And just pop those out. I don't need my wire brush because they come out pretty easy. Okay, let's bring in these two leaves. And of course, they're going to get glued on. Make sure I got it going the right way. This way. I need a little liquid glue for this, or you can use your adhesive sheets. Ah, thanks, Karen. Karen says I got it. Not always. I'm just going to add a little of my liquid glue. This is the glue press from My Sweet Petunia. It really helps. I have arthritis in my hands and my wrist there. So this really helps when I'm using liquid glue. You don't have to press so hard. I want to make sure I got that on the right side. Just adding a little glue here. That's it. All right, one thing you want to make sure you do, if I can find it, is when you're done with that, make sure you close it up so it doesn't clog your little nozzle there. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. You love the cone flowers, Gloria? So do I. Okay, now I lost my other piece. Where'd it go? Probably under here. There it is. Okay. I'm going to take this, and if you don't like the little bit of white, you can cut that off, but you really don't have to. I'm just going to slide that right under here. Make sure it fits. Let's add a little liquid glue for that. I'm going to cut some of that off. Slide that right under here as far as I can, and then layer it down. And then there's that little tiny piece right there, which I'm just going to snip off. And add a little tiny bit of liquid glue right there. Let that dry. Let me close this up. Yeah, best glue gun ever. You got that right, Georgia. I think I'm going to order a second one, because where I create my cards is across the room, and I'm forever grabbing this and moving it around and then losing it on one of the tables, so I might get another one. Okay. I'm going to then take these leaves and add those, I think, like that. So these I'm going to pop up again. Remember, I said this is going to be a very 3D card. I think I'll need one on that one. I might put two on this. It'll hold. Hi, Janice. Okay, I am going to add that one right there. Hopefully the leaves are going the right way. I am not a gardener, so I put my leaves all over the place. So again, you can see how dimensional that card is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this gold weave ribbon, which I love so much. I'm going to wrap it like this. I don't really measure it. I eyeball it. I think that's good. And then I am going to tie that. You can do a bow or a knot, but I think I can do a bow. I probably should have had it a little bit longer. Let's start with a knot. Fingers aren't working this morning. What's new, right? Okay, I'm going to tie that. Leaving this part wide. I'm going to make a little bow here. Now you need this set. I hear ya. We're going to leave that just like that. I might slide it down just a hair. Then I am going to flip that over. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to go right over that ribbon so it stays in place. A little bit there, a little bit there. Add that. I'm going to grab some Wink of Stella, which I thought I brought out here. It's already buried somewhere. Let's grab this one. I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Give it a little shimmer and shine. Just squeeze that a little bit to get a little bit more out. You can also go right over this piece and add some shine. It also darkens it up, so it makes it look a little darker. Now I am going to grab another little sentiment. Thank you, Georgia. Tracy says that's her favorite ribbon. I think it really is mine too. I know I say that about everything because I love everything, but I really do love that ribbon. And I still have some of the silver we had a few years ago, and I won't use it because I'm hoarding it. I'm just going to snip that off. And I'm going to put that, let's see where, I can put it right here. I could put it right here too, but I kind of like it right there. So we're going to go right on that flower. Something different. So there we have a cute little card. Now I'm not done with it yet. I am going to grab another piece of 4 by 5 1/4 for the back side. So you can sign it here if you want, but I like to put something on the back too. So I'm going to grab this and my strawberry slush. Maybe you want to write a longer sentiment than what's in there, so I'm going to go ahead with this. And also use this butterfly for your envelope. And I'm just going to put that on the back side. The other thing that it does, it makes it a little sturdier. Not that it's not sturdy enough. Now, I already cut and colored a butterfly. I'm going to add a little Wink of Stella. Hey, Kathy. And just be careful with the reds and the purples. They do bleed a little bit, so you want to do them first or last. Wipe it off a bit and then add some. So this is the new Darling Duckling Strawberry Slush, and that's the Sweet Petunia or Petunia Pop. I call it my Sweet Petunia because that's what the glue gun's from. And then I'm going to add that right there. So I am going to add just a little Stampin' Seal right here. You just want to make sure you don't have that overlapping so you can get it in your envelope. And there we have the card. Now I'm going to add some gems. And these are the new 2025 to 2027. Can you believe we're talking about 2027? Oh my gosh. We're going to grab some of those. We have 3 sizes here, so I think I'm going to do this and then take that little tiny one right up there. And there you have, do you think it would be extra postage? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. But then again, I don't work for the post office. And I just noticed that's a little crooked. So let's see if I can lift that off. That'll drive me nuts. See, liquid glue, I wouldn't be able to do this, but I can do it with my Stamp and Seal if I do it gently. Okay, I want this straight. There we go. So yeah, you know, like I said, I don't take things to the post office and give them to the post office people. I just pop them in the mail. If I think it's going to be a little extra, I'll put 2 stamps on it. And there we have a great fun fold. Isn't that great? Let me show you some other samples. This one is the same idea. I didn't put anything on the back there, but I did a thank you. So I can add my little sentiment there. You can see this one. I added Wink of Stella, but the difference is I've used the intricate die there, or the more detailed die, and here I colored it with my blends. The next one I did, and this is what I was telling you. This paper, embossed paper, you can color. I do have a video coming out on that. So you can color that, and it won't go over that white embossed image. And again, this one says happy birthday. And on the back, if you wanted to sign something on the back. So now this is the intricate dies. These are stamped, and I wanted to show you using this die. So again, I cut one of these out in white, then I cut another layer in pink, and then I did the detailed die. And there we have a happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, everybody give me a thumbs up. Follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. And definitely share my videos. The next one I did was, I did this because I like the white on white with a pop of color, which is why I started that class. And you can see, again, I'm using that embossed white. And then I did the white flower. Now this one doesn't open up because this is a regular card. Good morning, Diane. So this is just layered with the die there, and then the more detailed dies. So this is a white on white with a pop of color. Then last week, if you watched my live with the extraordinary Flora and the new banner dies, let's see if I have the banner dies right here. Party banner dies. Look at those dies. You can create this fun fold. And if you want to know how to create this one, just go back to that video. So here is the die. There, I did something on the back there. And then I made a frame here. So that just sticks right through. And if you want to know which dies, go back to that extraordinary Flora. Well, I'll just tell you. I number my dies. 1 as being the largest down to 14. And let's just take a look and see which ones I used. So this one was this one. You fold your cardstock in half, and then you hang that over. I'm just going to tell you how to do it right now, but you can watch the video and see how I did it. So you hang that over, and it creates that fun fold. And then you take a smaller one on the front, and you cut that piece out. Okay, so Kathy's saying they charged $1.19 for non-machinable cards. So if you don't want to pay the extra postage, maybe these are cards that you hand out. So again, here is that card. Good morning, Wendy. And then last but not least, in the catalog, we do have embossed. They're not shiny, but they are raised. And we have matching envelopes. Let me just fold that. And you can take these beautiful dies, make a beautiful card, and notice they're larger. And if I find my catalog, I'll tell you what page they're on. So sometimes you want a little bit larger card. You can go to, just buy the cards in the envelopes, just like that. So that's more towards the front. I should have had the page ready for you, but I didn't. I think it's after the scrapbooking kits. I know, quick and easy options. It's under quick and easy options. And you can see that you can buy these or these. They're the cards with the matching envelopes, and using the ephemera packs, you can make quick and easy cards. But there's the ones I used right there. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Darcy. So again, you can just make a quick card and you already have your bases. So those are the cards that I made with this. Again, using the party banners for that one. What do you think? Lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. And again, quick, easy, fun fold. Or not. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And again, loving the cone flowers. And I apologize if I call it cornflower. I don't know why, but Coneflower Bundle. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And keep on stamping, stampers. Bye. Oh, real quick. The still shots and the dimensions and everything, even though, you know, the fun fold is with the die, will be on my blog later today, and also my newsletter. I will add everything here when I'm done, and you can sign up for the free newsletter. You get a free PDF every Friday when I do a fun fold. And if you have any questions, just ask. I read all the comments and I will answer your questions. Okay, great.